Hold on, it didn't go live for me, dude. What the fuck? Welcome. What's up? I hope everybody enjoyed that stream. And let me bring in the homies.
We're official now, boy. We're official now. Oh
shoot. I had to do that live reaction from Syl right here, bro.
Awesome. Shout out to the missus over there making the cameo. So that was pretty cool. The wifey, that's all good, man. Yeah. This is awesome.
The live debut. I told her, I was like, you're gonna have to act a little bit.
I think she just laughed at you the whole time.
You laughed the whole time.
Awesome debut. Tell her, great cameo. Good support from the wifey. Good stuff.
I will, man. I will. Yeah. I appreciate everyone being here already. I hope everyone got to come check out that. I know Super Bro Corey was here super early. I saw that earlier today. I was like, yo, someone's already in the chat. But shout out to Super Bro. And shout out to Peely, Mr. West Ashley, showing up for us this morning. Appreciate you. Bad Dan's here. Let's go. What are our guys' opinions? They should be Santa Clara. That's my opinion on that.
I'm all about legacy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't change it like that. I mean, I wish the Rams were still in St. Louis, but what am I gonna do?
I mean, ain't the Bears moving out of Chicago? I think so. I mean,
yeah, dude. You can't be Arlington. You're gonna be the Arlington Heights Bears. But yeah, shout out to everybody in here. Ray's here as well. Appreciate you being here. Bad Dan, like I said, Real Talk is here as well. We're getting started this morning, and little intro that I've been working on, and teasing to the homies. I kept saying that, yeah, I got my own storyboards.
I mean, it's perfect, man, because we're always scrambling to get started, right? So good stuff, man. I'm feeling it.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, dude. I got a little concept I came up with real quick, and I found the music for it, and I was like thinking about other stuff if I needed more time, but it just ended up fitting perfectly together. And the one thing that I saw when I was watching that back, I was like, man, I really need to get a haircut. Like, man, my hair is fucked up. But yeah, dude, That's hilarious because no one else can see it, unfortunately. But when you have StreamYard up and your video's playing, you can see you guys in like the lower corner of the screen.
Yeah.
So I kept looking at you. I'm like, how's Syl looking? He's just smiling, laughing the whole time. Like,
that was my first time seeing it, like you said, right? So I was just applauding. And like I said, your partner was helping out. Like, that was cool, man. That was some cool stuff right there.
Yeah, that's my lady. Her name is Lydia. If anybody wants to shout her out, she is the shit. And yeah, she was the whole time she was just laughing, bro. I literally, because it's me though. It's because I was doing it. I would be in the other room. I'd be like, action, and then I run in, and she couldn't help but laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Good, man.
Israel showing up. What's up?
Israel.
Appreciate you. But yeah, so let's get on with the show. I wanted to just have a little moment to recap the intro, and from now on, that'll just be the intro, which I think is perfect.
Stuff, man.
Always,
it wakes me up. It's like I'm ready. I got my cold brew.
Yeah, dude.
It's all good.
It's not the day's not starting unless Syl has his cold brew in his hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I already know, bro. I need to get a sponsor real soon. I need to start wearing real T-shirts with sponsorship.
Hey, bro. Hey, man.
Hey, it's
put us up on that. the good countdown will be we'll have a coffee sponsor because we need that coffee. I need like 2 to 3 a day sometimes. But anyways, let's recap. This is week 4, but a quick little recap of week 3. We had a very special guest, our homie Skywalker, on last week. And that was a lot of fun. We will, if he has another Sunday off in the future, we'll have him back on for sure. Because that the energy from him is great. It's always great.
Sky keeps it real, man. He's like,
dude. He kind of called me out at the end of our picks. He was like, "Man, you had an earlier pick that I was just sitting there like, what?" And it was my Jets. It was my Jets pick, bro. I picked the Jets.
Cold picks, bro.
It's cold picks. Yeah, and I'm sorry. And let me just say this now. I'm sorry I didn't get that out this week because of Hurricane Ian coming in. I had a lot of prep that I was doing around my house. I literally built a fucking wall by my sliding glass doors. So like I did a lot of stuff for a couple of days and I was worn out. I'm still sore from all the work that I did to like prep my house. And luckily we got spared. There wasn't like any major damage in my area. And it's like everyone always says for storms like this, it's better to over prepare than be overwhelmed, so that's what I did. So freezing cold takes week 4, we'll have week 3s on there as well, and it'll be a little longer than it will going forward, but I am going to put that out because dude, I had so many freezing cold takes last week. So many, dude, so many. It was real bad. So I said the first week. Yeah. Hey, man. But I did say, we're gonna just keep it real simple for us. Going forward, we're gonna compile the whole weekend into did you win or did you lose? Like versus each other. Your record though was 10-5.
Oh wow,
crazy, bro! You had a couple of upsets. Like the first week. Yeah, just like the first week, 10-5, 10-5. So if anybody's counting, Syl is 20 and 10. Oh man, I need to mod some people, eh? Got some
bots.
Some bots, man. Some bots. That's all right. We took care. I can take care of them right now. So hey, I guess we real popping over here if we got some bots.
NFL bots found us.
Okay, shit. I myself did not do I guess nearly as well as I did the first week because I did so bad that I did worse than I did the first week. I went 5-10. That's so 5-10. The opposite. Yeah, dude. I thought the first week was bad. This was real bad. So I was literally freezing. Frostbite from my takes. That's how bad it is. 5-10. We're gonna have a long, hard struggle back to 500. But hey, man. Here's the thing about these games. There's 15 games a Sunday, so we can either win or lose. Today we did miss out on the. Well, were you going to pick the Vikings or the Saints for the London game?
For that game, I was going with the Vikings. Yeah,
Me too. Me too.
I'm
Me
probably
too.
cheating right now because I think they're up by 9 right now,
Yeah.
halfway through the third quarter. So the Saints, that Winston's not playing, so the offense was already terrible with him. It's going to be worse without him. So you're hoping the Saints defense will step up, but the Vikings got too much offense. So yeah, I was going with the Vikings the whole way.
Yeah, me too. Me as well. Once I heard that Jameis Winston was out, and also Alvin Kamara is still out, and Michael Thomas, like, yeah.
Yep.
So we'll Scouts honor that one, and if we get that finished, maybe we'll both be 1-0 to start the day. But just so we have 15 games. And then Sky, our illustrious guest last week, Sky, he only went 6-9. So he just barely beat me. Just barely beat me. But you creamed both of us. So you got the W for the day. And so for going forward, you are 2-0 and I am 0-2. And our guests that we have on, we'll just have them at we'll just do the percentage of whatever our record is. And I'm keeping that track of that. So our overall record, and we can face off against them percentage wise, because they won't have as much games.
No picks, right?
Yeah. And I told, hey, if you guys are keeping track of your own picks, send them in. Let me know, but I can't keep track of everybody's. You know what I'm saying? This ain't March Madness. I'm not trying to figure out
brackets and shit.
Yeah, exactly, bro. That's too much. That's too much. But we got some more friends coming in here. We got, of course, Skywalker the Jedi. I wasn't trying to throw shade, bro, but hey, you didn't do that much better than me last week.
He admitted, He admitted he caught an L. He admitted that.
Yeah, it was bad.
We admit our L's in football right now.
Dude. Oh yeah. Oh, so that perfect transition, bro. Perfect transition. I wish I could figure this out. Oh yeah. I know you have a lot of these, but you shipped this one to me, so I appreciate it.
You got the L. Holding that L.
I got that up.
I ain't to give me an L. Like, if I lose a week, we'll hope that whoever loses each week, we'll hold the L. Right?
Got that L, bro. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, hey, don't worry about it. You don't gotta move too soon, because
I'll wait a couple weeks.
I've been holding. Yeah, right. Until you lose, you don't need to hold the L.
Yeah, you go and hold that until I win.
Yeah, dude. I mean, until I prove myself at this, who knows? I did want to bring up the injury report real quick. While I'm thinking about it, because I was looking at that and I was like, oh man, I could see why. If you're looking at this, it'll help you for your picks. Look at the injury report, Austin. What are you doing?
Yeah, especially like if like one side of the ball is like solid, like let's say like the Buccaneers, they got solid defense, right? If they or offense, if their offense is banged up, you're like, man, if they play a good team, they probably in trouble, right?
Yeah,
so it just kind of gives you the extra, emphasis. So.
Oh, for sure, and you don't want to go into a game thinking some star is gonna be in there, and then have them not be in there, and the game starts and you're like, oh, where's the? Oh no, there goes my pick.
Really important.
Yep. Yeah, dude. But Pilly was giving you props. He's saying, if you get good picks, you do a Vegas show, make good money. Hey, man, it's not legal in Florida where I'm at, but I have no problem. Like we said, we're not going to shy away from anybody who wants to, give us a little sponsorship in the future. We're not going to shy away.
Hey, like I said, we take all sponsors. Yes.
Hey, man, yeah. We're not gonna shy away from that. But so that's how we're gonna continue for the season. Everyone who's on the show will have their percentage, and me and Syl will obviously have the face off against each other. Hopefully, I'm not the one holding the L by the end of the season, but we'll see. Syl is a great picker, so that's what it is. We had the Thursday night game this week, and I was able to watch it, luckily. And unfortunately, Tua went down with that injury. I wanted to hear your opinion on that.
Yeah, no, that was pretty wild seeing that live, right? Like you saw his hands like seizing up and stuff, and it was like a annual like brain thing that was going on there, and I was like, man, that was kind of a scary scene. And then you look back the following week, we was during Cafe Zone. We was watching that game last week where he got dinged up and he couldn't walk off the field. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, concussion, is it a back? And then red zone so fast, all of a sudden, oh, Tua's back in the game. So I was like, I guess he's okay. Come to find out, he probably really had a concussion then.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have finished that game against the Bills. And then he shouldn't have been out there this Thursday. And he got rocked, right? The hit, that was a legal hit, first off. That was illegal. You're not supposed to slam, anyone, especially the quarterback down. But okay, it's football, right? It's violent. But he already had a head injury anyway, on top of that. So it was a scary scene. And he was looking good, too, for the Dolphins fans on the Real Talk. Carlos, he's a big Dolphins fan. Tua was looking good. It looks like they really need to shut him down for most of the season until he really gets a clearance or even play again, man, because all you need is a couple of those headshots, man, and you're pretty much done. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
so it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? It's an unfortunate situation.
Yeah. And then, anyone who's had a concussion has felt that, knows exactly. Like last Sunday, he had a concussion. You can say whatever you want. I did see on YouTube somewhere, and I should have watched it because here I am just spreading conspiracies. But I'm pretty sure they got through. They got him through like a loophole in the protocol.
Yeah, that's true. What you're saying, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that sucks, man. It just
so the protocol, it's like they try taking off factors, like okay, are they unconscious? Okay, well then that's pretty bad. They can't play, right? But then they try to like ask them questions, see how they're doing, and then there's like a loophole where your team physician and even the independent physician can be like, oh yeah, I think he's good. Coach's call. And so a lot of heat is coming on the coach because you like I said, your quarterback couldn't walk to the sidelines, so you knew something was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's all about you want to get your guy out there. He knows the offense better than anyone, which is true. But at the cost of like his career, that was a bad call. Whoever it was, that loophole, that physician loophole, where basically they just decide, okay, he's conscious, he can go, he can play. And it just wasn't. That wasn't the case, So
that's you can't. And today, I hate this saying because usually old people use it to justify them being a dick or whatever they're doing. But in today's day and age, like you can't be doing that. This isn't 1980. This isn't 1980 and before that, 1990. I mean, I remember getting concussions as a little kid in football and just get back up. Like, are you good?
Yep.
Go on the sideline for a couple plays.
Walk it off.
Yeah, and then you go back in and keep playing. Like,
and it's this whole tough guy thing, and I get it. That's again, football. It's it's an alpha sport, right? Like you can't be out there being all timid, but you gotta be smart. I was watching the early countdown today, and they football players and everybody on ESPN, and they was like, yo, like we gotta get to the point where, let's say if you got like a bad knee sprain. Are you going to put him out there if he can't make the cuts? Now, think of like your brain is like, that's another part of your body. Like, you got to treat that like an injury. You have a brain injury. You're going to just put him out. So it's like when you see the injury report, oh, he's out with concussion. No, he's out with a brain injury.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that kind of changes the perception of it.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of what we're used to, because the society norms, is just because the way things are phrased and the vernacular that's used with them, it can put a bad connotation on it or a good connotation on it. And it's like, oh, it's not as severe as it seems. Like, no, the thing that operates you as a human and allows you to breathe involuntarily and has the blood pumping through your body, like that's what's injured. So that's a big fucking deal.
Think of the greats, you gotta know. And like I said, I know we're probably prematurely retiring the kid, but like I said, Tua, he's been injury prone his entire career through college and up to now. And it's like, man, these head injuries, this took out, the great Steve Young. This took out Troy Aikman. It comes a time you get too many of those hits, man. You got to start really thinking, about your future.
Yeah, well, and that's almost ironic the way that you said that. You got to think about those brain injuries, or you won't be able to think. Like, there's not a lot of times where you've seen a football player on the field with his freaking hands all crazy
That
and
was,
like
bro,
that's real bad. That's
that
why
was scary.
that's like the worst head injury that you could possibly get.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um and still be
Mm-hmm.
fine after that. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
to me, I think of it like, yo, he's real close to having his career be over with.
Yeah.
If you have another hit like that, like
Yeah.
you're done, dude.
I mean, think about how his brain has been responding 2 weeks in a row, right? Really
Yeah,
less than a week, right? Because he had the
way
Sunday
less.
injury, and then what, 4 or 5 days later, Thursday, another
Mhm.
brain injury. So his first brain response was bodily functions. I can't walk, right?
Yep.
Then I'm fine after. I'm fine afterwards, right? Then another hit. Now the body's seizing up. So it's like, what's going to happen next, bro?
Yeah.
2 weeks from now, he's
Yeah.
just gonna just be, paralyzed now. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we're all talking about it like, what? How did this happen? How did you let this happen? But I'm looking at it more like, yo, is Tua ever gonna play football again?
Yeah.
Uh, and if he does, like, what kind of risk is he putting himself in while he goes and does that? Because I mean, like we said, it's nothing to be trifled with, these brain injuries,
Yeah.
especially when you see it that bad.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let me show this comment real quick. Um, I guess they fired the trauma person who was under the tent, and let him go back in the game originally, I believe
Mhm.
last Sunday. And then,
Mhm.
yeah, you got to save a player from yourselves. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've heard recently, but people have, mentioned the Mike Tomlin story with Ryan Clark, who had sickle cell, and he prevented Ryan Clark from going up in the high altitude at Denver because
I remember that game.
the first time it happened, it like activated his sickle cell trait,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
Ryan Clark got a whole like team of doctors together to approve him to go, and
Mhm.
Mike Tomlin was like, "Nah, dog, nah, you're
Yep.
not gonna."
Because
Yeah.
Tomlin, first of all, Tomlin's again in the game right now. He's top three coach. To
Hmm.
me in the game right now, no matter how garbage his team is, and he saw how it affected his player. That's his guy. In the trenches there. He saw what the Denver altitude did to him. He's like, never again. I
Yeah.
don't care if it's for a playoff positioning. I don't care if it's a playoff game. You're not playing, dog, because your career, right?
Hmm.
You my
Your
guy.
life.
So,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be too hard on the Dolphins coach. I think it's Hamilton. It's just, but like I said, they fired the physicians. Who knows what conversations happened there? I'm just saying, you saw how Tua looked last week. And as a coach, and I'm sure Mike Tomlin, he'd have been like, oh, he's not coming back in. He can't walk to the sideline. You're not coming back in this game. All
Yeah.
right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that's the experience. This is Coach Hamilton. This is his first season being a coach. He's
Yep.
playing to win. He thought Tua was good. I'm just saying experience would have showed him you don't put him back out there.
Yeah. For sure. And the fact that he's only a first year coach, I think a lot of what he does, he kind of will bring it up to the owner or the GM first before he actually acts on that. 'Cause, there's like a line of command. He's not making all of the decisions for himself. It's kind of like,
Mhm.
do stuff by committee. And for sure, getting there, like he's a first year guy. He can be fired
Right.
next year. He doesn't have any tenure. He can't make those type of decisions and then stand on them.
Mhm.
So maybe he did want to have him out, and then the owner or the GM was like, "Nah, we're playing to it. He's fine." The doctor said he's fine.
Yeah.
So then,
Yeah.
what is he going to do after that? He can't really do much, and he's not
Mhm.
also going to sell them out in like an interview directly after
Right.
the game or after it happens because he still wants his job. He's a head coach of the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah.
NFL. There's only 32 of those, so you want to keep that job. But let me read this real quick. I just want to see what I don't agree with is blame McDaniels. He took all the precautions and he told he was good to play. He's asked multiple times and to admit that I'm going back in. This is why physicians are fired. Yeah. Like we said, it's a little
Yeah.
loophole. It kind of sucks. And sorry we got
Yeah.
off on such a big discussion. I didn't realize we were gonna go there.
Well, no, hey, it's part of the game, right? And
Yeah.
and like I said, the whole thing with Hamilton again, just to reiterate, and I understand what Carlos is saying, real talk, that Hamilton, he probably took all precautions. I'm just saying that experience factor, Tomlin would have been like, damn, all the physicians. My guy doesn't look good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying, going forward.
Yeah, for sure. And like the Vega, what up by the way? Show up here said what's good morning,
Mr.
y'all.
West
I went by his
Vega,
thing.
Mr. J.
Um might
Smith.
need to be set down for the season, gotta make the proper precautions. Hey man, I feel like that. To me, it's a big deal. Hey
Well, you're talking about
Skywalker.
money now. You're
Yeah,
talking about money
money.
now. So I mean, this is a billion-dollar business, NFL. So you got sponsors and everyone that's in this, advertisers. So you put Tua out there, that's gonna be bad press now for at least a good month. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Until it's a
Yeah.
full battery of tests, and then
Hmm.
you may have to have what's the COVID doctor? You probably got to have him come down and check out just
Fauci.
just just to show the public, oh, he's good, right? I'm just saying, you got it. This is the
Yo,
business now.
that'd be the worst decision, bro. Nobody trusts that guy. Nobody
But
trusts
just for the
that
show,
guy.
it's just
Just for
you
the
gotta have the
show.
show. You know what I mean?
Yo, we
Like, oh, he's
got this.
good
You
now.
guys,
Okay.
hey, you guys know a doctor, right? This is a doctor. That's hilarious. Anyways, let me keep going. We gotta catch up with the chat. Skywalker's going to work. Appreciate you stopping through,
Scott,
man. Have a great day at work. We'll be shouting you out on
I'll
the
be here.
replay, obviously. Yeah. What's up?
I'll go ahead, bro.
Sorry. Sky. Oh, Mr. J is in the chat. Appreciate you being here, Mr. J. That's the homie. That's the
Hey, man.
homie. Vega saying facts, Sky. Yeah. The Dolphins owner is suspended too.
Is he really?
Wow. Yeah,
Real talk, Peely?
it's a
Dang. So
it's
you
a
know what? Your theory, if that's true, I can see the headline on that, but maybe they did tell the coach, yo, the doctor said they good. Get him out there. Go ahead and
that's what
play him.
I'm saying,
So it's
dude.
not Hamilton's fault, probably,
That's what
because
I'm
they would have
saying. Like,
suspended him, right?
yeah.
If that was his call.
Yeah.
So
You've
interesting.
been I'm sure you yourself have been a new hire. And what
Mhm.
do, man? You do whatever the fuck they say for the
Oh
first
yeah,
couple of months. Yeah, yeah, no problem. No
no
problem.
doubt.
No, not the Fauci ouchie. No, that is a Fauci ouchie, dude. He got a big Fauci ouchie on his brain. Uh and
Uh,
hopefully Tua is doing good. I know he's back home now, and he was
mhm.
able to fly home, which is a big deal. Like they have to make sure you're going to be good with all the pressures of air travel. So they felt like he was fine to do it. I believe so. I'm not sure. I don't think he drove home. I'm
Uh,
pretty sure he was on the plane.
yeah, I think his parents was there actually. Real quick, what Peely was saying with the owners, the Dolphins owner, he was already suspended for trying to cheat and get ratings
Tampering,
last year.
tampering. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so he's already suspended. So
Oh,
that
maybe he's
organization's all messed up.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
he's just saying it's
Peely
part of
just
like the
said it.
bad
Yeah.
press. Yeah. That's
So
hilarious.
it's just bad decisions all around with this organization. You know what I'm saying? The owner's already suspended. So it may have been the GM's call, though. I think someone told Hamilton, no, you play because Tua's their best option to win. You
Hmm.
put him out there. Now, for the record, on Twitter, I did pick the Bengals to win that game before all that went down. So I'm just saying that's a
Bro, I
shadow
picked the
W for me
fucking Dolphins, man. Look at that
right
asterisk next to that because Tua went down. Once I saw that, I was like, oh, what the fuck? But hey,
there.
Teddy Bridgewater is not
Teddy
a
looked
bad
good.
quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater is not a bad quarterback. If he gets more
Mhm.
reps and gets more time and is able to have the timing down on the receivers, man, he's got a
Mhm.
chance.
Like your defense is good. The Dolphins' defense, man,
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Every time I watch them, that front of their defense is ridiculous. And yeah, give Teddy more reps. He went to U of L, Louisville out here, Louisville, Kentucky. So shout out to Teddy. And Lamar Jackson came here too. But
Teddy two gloves.
so Teddy, you know what I'm saying, wear two gloves and you'll be okay next week.
Yeah. I think he'll be doing a lot better with more team reps, and also they have little because they played the Thursday game. He's got some time to
Yep.
more time to prep.
Little
It's
mini
not going to
bye
be a
week.
rest week for Teddy Bridgewater. It's going to be a fucking prep week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just Teddy check down. That's all you gotta do, Teddy. Just check down. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Real talk is still talking about the Dolphins. Man, I know it's crazy they let him fly home because that's a big deal with that like the pressure and the plane and all
Oh, I
that
thought you were
with
supposed
your
to
brain.
drive home. That's
You know, I think
insane,
they
bro.
flew him home, dude. So hey, the Dolphins organization, man, I feel like Miami, they make coaching decisions by maybe doing a couple lines beforehand and just no,
It's something going on.
Tua's
All
playing, he's
right.
playing.
Put two back in. Put it back in. I feel good. Put it back in.
McDaniels is just like, what? No, yeah, he's going in, man. He's going in.
He's in. You like walking in the gyms like blowing lines off women and stuff.
Yeah,
Put
bro.
Tua back in. Close the door.
I don't want to get fired, so okay. Poor McDaniels, man. Poor McDaniels. Hopefully Tua doesn't get fucked over immensely by this fucking Dolphins team, dude. Because he
Yeah.
is a good young talent.
Yeah, he's looking
But
good too, man.
yeah, we'll see how Teddy Bridgewater does, and good luck to Tua and rehab, and make sure you get back and get right before you get back. But let's continue. So I've been watching, but currently for me, it's on a commercial. I don't know what the score of the Vikings game is, but
19-14, start of the fourth quarter. So the Saints are starting to move the ball a little bit more, but I think the Vikings got it back. So it's going to be a good ending to this game. Like I said, I may go to UK next year, man. I may go to one of these London games, man. Syl Nation going to UK next year.
Get your passport. Get your
Yeah, I
passport.
gotta get my passport together.
All right, man. UK is awesome. I've been there. I haven't been to London, but I've been to Scotland. I've been to Edinburgh. So
Yeah.
it's a great time over there. It's a different culture. It's really cool because you live on the East Coast, so you see some old buildings over here, but those buildings have been there for years. You're like, whoa, man, America's young in
I know
comparison.
this be like a good history lesson. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it all in, man. I'm gonna be traveling next year, man. We're going to Vegas. We're going to UK.
Still Nation's going global. Let's
Caribbean,
go.
going everywhere, bro. Bringing the camera with us.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
I like Vegas said Ballers. That's one of my favorite shows all time. Ballers, the Rock show on HBO.
Yeah.
Man, I could watch that like every day, man. I
That's
love
a sick show, dude. And I love how they
that
get the NFL stars in it too.
Yeah.
It makes it for real. If Teddy has more prep, we would have won. Hey, man. Hey, that's all good. But we're gonna keep going. The Dolphins are not playing today. They already played. So I'm sorry, Real Talk. Yeah, next week we'll get you a Dolphins pick. But let's start. So like we said, Vikings Saints playing right now. Fourth quarter is starting. It might be a good game to start your day with. The people are like us are waking up. They can be like, "Oh shit, it's close in the fourth quarter in this London game." Okay, we got something to watch.
That's dope.
Yeah, dude, we got something to watch. You don't get that very often. But starting the game, the day of games, we have a weird matchup. There's a lot of I put the records today on my sheet, and there's a lot of 1 and 2s. So we might see some stinkers, a lot of stinkers, or we might get those weird close games like we had with the Browns and Jets in week 2. But we have these Seahawks going into Motor City against Dan Campbell, MCDC, and the Lions. And we can see if they can get back on track because they don't seem to be able to finish games. I don't know. That one's gonna be a weird one for me. I don't know who to pick for this one because they both kind of can score. What is the defense is gonna do? The injury report, however, I should look at that. Of course, my thing is Kenneth Walker is not going to be in for the Seahawks. That's the only one that's listed as inactive. However, for the Lions, so this is where my pick is gonna. This is why you check the injury report because it doesn't matter if the Lions are at home. They have Amon-Ra St. Brown out. DJ Clark Jr. is also out, and so is Swift. All out for week 4.
Ouch.
Yeah. So that's like the majority of your offensive output. And I don't think that Jared Goff is the type of person to make the people around him better. You know, he needs good weapons in order to do good. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks for that game. What do you got?
Interesting. Yeah, the Lions are banged up, like you mentioned. Their top receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, whose brother plays for the Bears as well. So, I have some love for him.
Okay.
His brother plays for the Bears,
St.
but
Brown,
he's out. DeAndre Swift, their best running back, out. One of the offensive linemen out. There's middle of their defensive lineman out. I'm picking the Seahawks for this game. The Lions was a good story this year, but they stole the win a couple weeks ago. They're too banged up. The theme of this week is we're checking the homework. What you been doing, behind the scenes? Have you been learning from these last 3 weeks of football? The Lions, they're not learning to play any other kind of way. They're banged up. Seahawks play one way that travels on the road. they're winning against the Lions.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, you're right. They haven't really been playing that great at home. So we're starting off with the same picks for that. We got the next game on the lineup for me at least, and it's gonna make me mad because my injury report is not matching my lineup sheet. So I'm gonna have to figure
Yes, we'll
that out.
update the injury.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to figure that out for next week. But that's all right. We're doing this live.
Yeah.
For the Jets, we have Jets at the Steelers in Pittsburgh. This is another 1-2 team matchup. They're both 1-2. Both have 2 losses on the season. You could argue though that either the Jets should be 0-3 or that the Steelers should be 2-1, and it should be that kind of matchup to look at. For the Jets, the obvious for whatever reason, there's a bunch of inactives, but for whatever reason, Zach Wilson was listed with a questionable tag for his knee. But he'll probably be in.
I think he's fine.
We'll see him make his season debut. It's always funny to see like, oh, they'll start next week, and then they're on the injury report already before the game. You're like, is he okay to play, or should we wait another week? But the inactives for that are Denzel Mims, cornerback Bryce Hall, Mike White is inactive, safety Will Parks, Quincy Williams, linebacker, their offensive tackle Cedric Ogbuchi. I'm just gonna
for the Steelers. Yeah.
No, it says for the Jets.
Okay.
And I could be wrong. No, that's for the Jets. Yeah, and then tight end Lawrence Kager is also out. For the Jets. For the Steelers, no Minka Fitz. Oh wait, Minka Fitzpatrick is going to be back. He practiced all week. He looks good to go. They don't have any inactives. The Steelers. I guess they're all healthy, which is pretty crazy. But they're going to be playing Mitch Trubisky, so that's a thing to look at. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Steelers for this one. The Jets. I'm not gonna pick them again and lose again with the Jets.
Well, yeah, the Jets. I think you get a linebacker. At least their linebackers out. But you got Zach Wilson, the quarterback, coming back instead of Joe Flacco. They're feeling some mojo with the Jets. The problem is the Steelers. Though you're playing Trubisky, the Steelers' defense is still healthy and they're playing. So I see a lot of defensive scores for the Steelers. I'm going with the Steelers at home. Zach Wilson's not ready yet. He's going to play, but he's not ready.
He ain't ready, bro. It's Zach Wilson. I mean, who? If you had Mike White, maybe. I like Mike White, dude. He got some swag. We got some people.
Homework. Zach Wilson. He missed the pop quizzes. He's not ready right now. It's test time.
He wasn't there for vocab day, dude. He didn't go over vocab. So I guess Saints just took the lead. That's pretty lit. Let's go, Saints. Well, not for us because we both picked the Vikings. But hey, if Syl can start the day with a loss, that's good for me. Eventually,
I'm all about a good game. That's
yeah. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And we got Snad showing up, Mr. Snadverse. We appreciate you showing up here. I'm going to keep it rolling. We have on the next one for the list. I should have put this later in the countdown, but we'll keep it real for starting here. We have the Bears flying in over the Midwest into New Jersey at MetLife against the Giants. What do you think is gonna happen?
Oh boy!
What do you think is gonna happen?
Like I said, I never pick with emotion except last week. It was the Texans coming to Chicago, right? So I was like, man, I had to go with my heart, and they won it, a walk-off field goal, right? Well, this week the Bears are on the road at New York Giants after the Giants lost a painful game against the Cowboys backup Cooper Rush. Man, one of my homies, I think he's tailgating at the game right now in New York. And so they're feeling good still after that terrible loss. Okay, so the Bears. Let's be honest. The Giants have really good defense, right? The Giants do have really good defense, but they are banged up front on the defensive line. They got some cornerbacks that are hurt as well. The Bears, we don't have our starting running back, David Montgomery, but Herbert's solid. We're banged up on the secondary. again, can't go with my heart. It's bear down for life, but the Giants actually taking this game at home. I gotta be truthful, y'all.
Hey, hey, he's just being real with it. He's just being real. So you
Yeah,
got,
Giants got this.
yeah, Giants got this. Oh man, hey,
It's all love. It's all love, though. Just the Giants got this.
wow, dude, wow, wow. I didn't think. What's up, James Collins? Appreciate you being here, homie. Appreciate everybody
What's up,
being here
James?
today. We got a lot of the fellas in the chat of Still Nation, and we also got just a random. Okay, man. We'll talk to you later, Batman. Talk to you later, homie. We'll talk to you later, bro.
He said Chiefs, no matter what. Chiefs and Chiefs.
So Bat Dan.
Dylan, and Dylan.
Straight up. I don't like that early pick from you, Batman. You better settle down, man. It's a late game, and we know who's playing them this week. But anyways, Bat Dan style, he's betting on New Jersey Giants. Also, what I call them, dude. They are
Giants.
the Jersey Giants, Jersey Jets.
Yeah, I think the Giants gonna get right. Check their homework. Give it to Saquon Barkley. They got this one, man. I'm sorry.
You see James comment? He says, "Put Campbell back up." Nah, dude, bear down. We're bearing down today, and that's also what I'm gonna go with my pick. I'm gonna pick Syl's team against him. Hopefully, this is not a freezing cold take, and this is a fire take from me. I'm gonna have the Bears coming in and stealing. The only thing, obviously, they don't have David Montgomery for the Bears. But I will say the Giants don't have half of their wide receiver core. Who are they throwing to over there? Who's Daniel Jones throwing to? Yeah, Saquon.
Just give it to Saquon.
Maybe. But unfortunately, if you use these workhorses way too much, they give out at some point. That's one thing you gotta keep in mind. I got the Bears going into Jersey and stealing one.
Right, I'll be happy either way. I'll win
yeah. I'll be extra happy because that's that'll be a little slight. You didn't pick your own team, homie. Come on.
I can't pick my heart, man. It gets me in trouble. My heart gets me in trouble, y'all.
Still bet against this team. I know, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Gotta keep it real, y'all.
Can't trust the Giants. Put Bears on his ticket. Hey, I got you. But so am I. I'm going with the Bears. And it's funny because I have highlighted over here and I'm making sure that I actually highlighted the right ones because I did pick a team and then I was like, I can't do them. And I circled the other one. But that's not this one. The next game, another division rivalry matchup coming in back at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. We have the Titans versus the Colts. Somehow, the Colts have got a 1 in every single column they can get in their record. They are 1-1 and 1.
Die-line.
That is literally what that one is. And the Titans are 1-2. I don't know how you feel about the Titans, but I feel like they should be playing a lot better. We have, though, Kyle Phillips, questionable. Treylon Burks has an illness. Austin Hooper missing practice time, but made it back Friday. They're good to go. Both of those guys are good to go. There is no inactives for the Titans, so they're looking good. However, inactives on the Colts, you got Shaquille Leonard. He practiced fully all week, but still draws a questionable tag. So we'll see if he's ready to go or not. He did have a comment and a quote where he said that if he was to play, it'd be hurting the team, and that the younger guy that's in right now is playing better than him. And for me, that's kind of something you don't want to hear a dog on your team say.
Just cut him from the team. Okay, you think he's better?
Yeah. Okay. What are we paying you for then, dude? What the fuck? What are you doing? But then JT Jonathan Taylor, he sat out Wednesday, but then worked out the rest of the week. He's ready to go. They also don't have any inactives currently, but Shaquille Leonard is listed as questionable. So if he does play, I don't know how much you would expect him to play and what attitude is he going to have? What is he going to play like? Is he going to be hungry like we're used to that Shaq Leonard? Or is he going to be like, whatever, put the other guy in. He's better than me. Anyways, I didn't like that mindset. I never want to hear that from one of my
Right.
starting linebackers. So I didn't like that. Real quick, let's catch up with the chat. Bears all day. Okay, Justin Fields, baby. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. We got the
Man,
Titans.
the
That's
heart, y'all.
the Titans. I'm gonna go with the Titans
Oh,
as
the
well.
okay.
Let me pick them. I'm not just like read the injury report. I'm sorry, going off on the rails here. Early going off on the rails.
Early off the rails, early. Austin. Rails, Austin.
You got a new hashtag. You got a new hashtag. I'm going with the Titans because they're due for one. I know you said like look at your homework. I really think they need to get one, and the homework that I'm looking at is that the Colts should be 0-2-1. They should have lost that game last week. Somebody said mean things to Matt Ryan, and they called a foul. Literally, that's not a joke. Somebody said
Remember that
mean
power bomb
things.
they did on him? Remember that?
Yeah.
And they went up high there. Boom! I'm like, dang.
What? Yeah, dude. Yeah,
He survived it.
he survived. So they got a flag. They were able to keep the drive going, and the Colts ended up winning that game against the Chiefs. So keep that in mind for later when we're picking against the Chiefs. But I still think that the Colts should have lost that game.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs didn't play well either. What do you got for this game? Titans versus the Colts in Indianapolis. Your former home.
Second home. Yeah, second home right there. Indianapolis, Lucas Oil Stadium. I was there when they built the stadium, right? Peyton Manning built that stadium in Indianapolis, right? And so basically, okay. You look at this team, the Colts are riding high. They had a win they was not supposed to have against the Chiefs, but that does something for the mojo. I'm just saying, they're at home in that stadium. They can close the roof, open the roof. They got retractable roofs. It's crazy stuff. Titans coming in town. Their secondary is banged up. In their back end, their safeties are banged up. The Titans are. Their best linebacker is out as well. Looking at their homework, Ryan Tanner Wheels, as Music City calls him, it's very hit or miss right now. Derrick Henry really isn't 100%. I say the Colts are taking the win, riding high off of the improbable win of last week. We're going with the Colts this week.
Wow. Okay.
At home.
Okay. At home. Hey, he doesn't go with his heart for the Bears, but he goes with his heart for the Colts. I think that's gonna be a feisty game, whatever it is. And Matt Ryan didn't let me down last week. He didn't throw a big goose egg up on the board, but I think he is gonna let you down this week, and he might get a little too confident because I don't have any faith in Matt Ryan to show up when he needs to. When he needs to win, I don't really think he's able to. And I think these Titans are going to come show him something. Derrick Henry, man. Derrick Henry. If Shaquille Leonard's out there not acting like a boss, if he's not ready to tackle Derrick Henry, he's going to get run over. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that one. Moving on to another to me, I think it's going to be an interesting game. People might think it might be a rout, but the Chargers are really banged up. The Chargers go to Texas, Houston Texans, and they fight these Texans who are 0-2-1. Yes, they are the team that tied with the Colts, and the Chargers are 1-2. However, later in the season, I feel like these teams are going to be in completely different seats from each other. Texans probably looking for that early draft pick next year, and the Chargers will be ready for the playoffs. So I don't think that it'll be that crazy of a game. But however, Justin Herbert's playing. I know that I think Austin Eckler is out for that. No, they don't have any inactives today. Obviously, Joey Bosa's on IR. Keenan Allen is actually going to miss another game. I should say he's out. So, but however, Justin Herbert still ready to go. And he's a dog. I like Justin Herbert. I like to ride with the quarterbacks. Dougie Mills. I mean, I don't really know who Davis Mills, whatever his name is. I don't really know.
He's solid. He's actually solid for the Texans.
Yeah.
He scared me when I was playing. He's playing against the Bears. He scared me.
But I'm gonna roll with Justin Herbert, providing knock on wood he doesn't get thrashed around in the pocket. I think he's gonna play well against the Texans. Um, who do
Mhm.
you got? Who do you got, my friend?
Yeah, so the Chargers, what we checking the homework. I'm looking at the homework. I see the Chargers still has Justin Herbert, who's learning how to throw with a broken rib. That means he's a G. All right, now this is a long term thing. I'm gonna say real quick. The Chargers are my pick to win that division. I just want to throw that out there. I think they're gonna end up better than the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Raiders suck right now. So just
Mhm.
long term thing there. Chargers on the road against the Texans. They're only missing Keenan Allen. The most important person they're missing is Keenan Allen. Justin Herbert's going to gut it out on the roads against the Texans. This is a get right. This is looking at our homework. We're better than this team, even at half strength. Let's go ahead and make it happen. I'm picking the Chargers against the Texans.
All right. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. Even though they're on the road, this is one of these road wins you got to get when you're trying to be a playoff team, especially earlier in
Make
the
it
season.
happen.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. There is no injuries of fantasy relevance for the Texans. That's what it says on my thing. So obviously, my
That's what you
injury
look
report.
for. Not
Yeah,
the mature people like, oh, this
yeah,
the backup kicker is
yeah,
questionable. We don't
yeah,
care
yeah.
about them, man.
We don't care
The
about
main
those
people,
guys.
man.
Exactly. But so this is the game, the game that I have next on my lineup. This is the game when I was looking at it, I picked one team, and then I
Mhm.
quickly decided, oh wait, I looked at the injury report and I was like, nah, I'm gonna go with this team instead,
Mhm.
which is the Cleveland Browns going to ATL to face the Atlanta Falcons at home in that nice Mercedes-Benz dome. Um, I always remember these Super Bowl stadiums, but the key injuries for the Browns, um, Myles Garrett is downgraded out. He got in that crazy car accident in a Porsche.
Yeah,
Luckily,
yeah,
he was
yeah.
fine, but
Luckily, his car
yeah,
flipped.
yeah,
All
he's a
right.
big boy in a small car.
Yeah,
That could have been,
yeah.
an early goodbye, but it wasn't. Thankfully, he's okay. But it's probably best, yeah, if he doesn't play this Saturday or this Sunday. So that
He's
was
out.
to be expected when him being out. Um, the David Njoku, the tight end, he was on the report, but he completed a full practice Friday, and today he's got no designation, so he should be ready to go. However, somebody who was listed on the injury report earlier this week, but is now back full go. I think the reason why the Falcons are going to win this game is because Cordell Patterson is going to be playing for them at home.
Yep.
He's the type to show out. He's a really good player, man. He can do a lot. He's very versatile. He was like, I think in my eyes, Taysom Hill before Taysom Hill. And I think that they are going to get the wins at home, the Falcons. What do
Mhm.
you think for
Mhm.
that?
Yeah, so this is almost like a trap game
Yeah.
for a pick. This is why I don't gamble personally, because like you think it's like stone cold and then something happens, right? Well, I mean the Browns obviously they're a better team collectively than the Falcons, but the Browns are banged up. You got like you said, the Myles Garrett situation. He's out. Jadeveon Clowney's questionable, but he's not at full strength with an ankle, so their pass rush is not going to be there. They got some offensive lineman issues, some defensive front issues. This is a ripe game for the Falcons, who may be the most healthy team in the league right now. At home, Atlanta, they're going crazy. They just went to the strip club last night. They hype, so they're gonna come in Atlanta, and I'm picking the Falcons for an upset. This will be an upset right here. Falcons over Browns.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, uh, it's an upset, but also to me, it's like, is it really going to be an upset? Like to me, like an upset to me, I was thinking about that. Like if the Patriots later on beat the Packers, that'll be an upset. But to me, these teams we don't really know what team they're going to be on any given Sunday. So it's like, well, we'll see what happens. Like that's how I
Yeah.
feel. It's like if
Well, I mean, you got Jacoby Brissett starting, right? So that's
yeah,
always questionable. Like we've
yeah,
seen this live. We saw that Jets game, right? Jacoby fumbled against the Flacco Giants. So
hmm
anything, the Browns, they got talent, but I mean, until Deshaun comes back, they're gonna be up and down every week. And then you got these injuries. Your best part of the ball, your defensive line, is banged up. So I'm going with the Falcons. It's all home team energy early in the season, right there.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the
Early
strip
in the
club. Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Strip club.
They give you the energy. Yeah, one way or another. Yeah,
That's good. Hey man.
it's
Uh,
ATL, man. If you've
ATL.
been,
What are you
if
gonna
you've been
do? Yeah. Go get you some wings, homie. Go get you some wings.
Hey, chicken and waffles, man, all kinds of stuff, man. Atlanta's
Uh,
great.
the next game, this is a division matchup. However, these are two very different teams, even though one team has a starting quarterback and one team has a backup quarterback. And that's the Commanders going to Jerry World, facing off against the Cowboys. And before I make this pick, let me stop and say happy birthday to our good friend Lord Necron. It is his birthday today.
Lord,
He's a major
Necron.
he is a major Cowboys fan. And let
That
me
cool
just
thing.
keep this real simple, right? I'm gonna pick the Cowboys today.
Really?
Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz. They have a ton of inactives. Actually, their center is not playing today. I'm pretty sure this is like one of their backup centers. It says starting center, but he is on the injured list, obviously. And this isn't Tom Brady starting with a backup center. This is Carson Wentz starting with a backup center.
Mhm.
He can fumble it just by doing a drop step. So I think that he's gonna give the ball away a couple times. There's gonna be a fumble. I almost like can guarantee. I don't want to say guarantee because then it won't happen, but I feel like that's gonna happen. A botched exchange in some sort, and that
Mhm.
Cowboys defense is really good. And Cooper Rush can do enough to win the game. So yeah,
Mhm.
Cowboys at
Mhm.
home. I'm gonna take that. What do you feel about that game, my friend?
Yeah, so a division game, right? So extra juice. The Commanders, they're gonna come to play. I mean, it's the Cowboys. They're going, like I said, to Jerry World, right? They're gonna kick the ball so high it's gonna hit the screen. It happens every TV
Mhm.
game you see somebody kick the ball so high. You're like,
Boom.
bro, like who? Why is that screen so low? Anyway, um,
Because Jerry wanted it that way.
because Jerry wanted it. So, okay, the Commanders, I mean, they're coming in again. Carson Wentz, he's been putting up numbers all year. I keep saying, if you have a fantasy team, Wentz is not a bad pick, not to win, just to get you points, right? Because he's always losing. He keeps throwing the ball. But
Yep.
the offensive line is banged up. Commanders' offensive line is banged up. The strength of the Cowboys is that pass rush. It's gonna get ugly today. The Cowboys may score on defense. Cooper Rush gonna check down for like 20 passes
Yep.
and run the ball. This is gonna be a rout. I can't believe I'm saying the Cowboys are even better right now. I don't know what's going on with them. Their defense is crazy. I'm going with the Cowboys. And happy
Yeah.
birthday, Necron.
Happy birthday, Necron. Yeah. We got Billy saying Cowboys gonna lose. Every time we get good vibes, they end up losing. Hey, that's just he's just looking at patterns. Our homie's just looking at
Right.
patterns, and that's just for like the last 20 years. That's how it's been happening. Everyone's saying happy birthday, Necron. Real Talk says that he hopes the Cowboys come through. Yeah, absolutely. Me too. I would
I think
say
they got it.
I could go with you, but I don't want to get shot, man. That's some
We're
Oh,
going to
man,
the suburbs, homie. We ain't going to. I ain't gonna take you by my family or nothing.
You gotta stay out of that. That's hilarious. Yeah,
My family
everyone
got to come out the hood to meet me. I don't even go into there anymore.
you ain't going in. You gotta come out.
Oh man,
We
you
got a
gotta come
spot
on
for
out
you
there.
now.
Meet me at the by the hot dog place.
Oh my god, yeah, we got Vega and Billy planning a meetup right now in the chat, and we also have everyone saying happy birthday, Necron. Snyder
From
Queen, thank
Sniper
you for
Queen.
showing up. Yeah, we really appreciate you. We are having a great stream.
Yes.
Once it's over, do me a favor and go back and watch the intro, everybody. I don't know, I flubbed it a little bit. I don't know if you saw that,
Quick
but watch
update.
the intro. Yeah,
Quick
what's up?
update. Fourth quarter, Vikings Saints. Right, 2-minute warning. The Saints are getting the ball back down by 3. Just letting you know.
Appreciate that. Hey, thank you, Kirk Cousins, for putting us in the lead and making us not look so bad for our picks. Um, so let's continue with the games. We both got the Cowboys for that. Obviously, whenever the Commanders are playing, I think for the rest of the seasons, I'm going to pick the other team against them to win. It's just real talk right there. The next game, we have a very interesting matchup, battle of the young QBs. And this is a battle of who are you? Did you do your homework? Did you do your homework? Are you
Mhm,
ready for this
mhm.
quiz? And that's the Jaguars versus the Eagles. I am really
Good
curious to see
game.
how Trevor Lawrence can fare off against the pass rush, against the Eagles. Every time he is pressured and has a lot of blitz packages against him, that's when he really struggles and he's not able to do what he's done earlier this season. They scored a lot, those Jaguars, and they've done really good on offense, but I'm eager to see how he can fare against those Eagles because they do have a good, solid pass rush. And obviously the Jalen Hurts attack on offense. Their offense is really good. Their Eagles team is the only team here still 3-0 at week 4 in the season. So they're at home, and I am thinking they're gonna take their first L of the seasons against the Jaguars.
Oh,
Yeah,
going with the Jags.
Go with the Jags. I went with them last week, and they didn't fail me, so I'm gonna go with them again this week. What do you say to that, so?
Yeah, hey, the Jags been looking good, man. I've been picking them the last couple of weeks as well. They got Doug Peterson. I keep saying that's a Super Bowl winning coach. He just fell into their laps because of that whole Carson Wentz Philly situation, right? We know how he left Philly because of that. But he has the quarterback he wants, and Trevor Lawrence got all the the skills that you want out of a quarterback. He's still young, so this is homework time, right? Okay, the Eagles are really good, right? And they're pretty healthy. They got some questionable stuff going on, nothing, serious. They're at home. Jalen Hurts is vaulting into the MVP conversation, behind a Lamar Jackson and a homeboy from the Bills. I forget his name because he lost last week. But it's so it's like Jalen Hurts. Yeah, Josh Allen. He lost. I forget your name when you lose. But it's Jalen Hurts is looking good. Jaguars, they're great. This is the first semester. Come back next semester, Jags. Y'all gonna lose this one. Y'all still good. Y'all still good. But I think the Eagles are on a mission, man. I see that look in their eye. They do just enough to win every game. And I think they're going to stick it to Doug Peterson's new team. And it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a shootout, actually. But big play Slay, I say he gets at least one pick today on Trevor Lawrence as well, too. So we're going with the Eagles.
Yeah, that's a smart decision, and I'm starting to see the trend for me where I go off the rails again, off the rails.
My fault about that. I forgot, man. He lost, man.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. Hey, everyone, I'm not the only one who's picking the Jags here, just so you know. We got Pilly, and we got Jamie's Collins Jones. JCJ is what I'm going to call you from now on.
Well, James just picks the opposite of everything I pick, so I can't trust James.
Wait, he said I take that shit back. Eagle Nation. Oh, shit.
Okay, there we go. There we go, boy. Eagles Nation.
Damn it, bro. And we got in here too. I guess we missed it. The Saints just tied the game.
Oh my! What a game!
First London game of the season, and this is how we start.
Okay, this is 2-minute warning now. Okay, so they just kicked that field goal. Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Hey, man, Kirk Cousins, don't let us down right now.
Stuff, man.
Hey, this is hey. That's why they do it over there, because they have good games for some reason, and it's nighttime over there, I believe. Fly Eagles fly. We have from Vega. That took a lot for me to say.
Hey, the Eagles look. I can't front. The Eagles look really good, man. I know he's mad about that Josh Allen thing. I know, man.
Yeah, dude.
Lamar, I always say it's 1A, 1B. Right now, I'm on the Lamar train. Last week it was Josh Allen. Now Lamar's over him to me now.
So. Oh, that's hilarious, bro. Hey, Josh Allen. I didn't know who he was either. And guess what? Guess what Josh Allen was? Just let's take a trip back in 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, maybe. He was wearing a Tom Brady Patriots jersey. He was a fan of Tom Brady. Guess who's still playing? One of my favorite players. Anyways, we're going to continue with that. Josh Allen, just a Brady fan at the end of the day. And we all know it. I took the Jaguars, and Syl said that the Eagles going to stay undefeated and take that win at home. We shall see. And speaking of Josh Allen, the next game that we have on this list, one of the marquee games for me today.
Yes.
It's going to be a very great game. I think everyone's predicting it's going to be. Why would it not be? The Bills just coming off a loss that they should have won. And bro, send me that clip if you can, because I tried to get it. But the quality's a little shot of Twitch when we reacted live to the end of that game, you just see Josh Allen, the clock
Oh,
goes out, the leg, they run out of
yeah.
time, and then this is the fucking coordinator. It's like,
He's
we
like,
were
fuck this, fuck
dying.
that, fuck
we were
everybody.
we were dying laughing. After the stream, my girl was like, "I've never heard you laugh that hard. You were laughing like a little schoolgirl." Yeah, it was.
Oh, that was hilarious, bro.
That shit was hilarious to watch live, bro. Oh
Mhm.
my god. Oh my god. Yeah, but hey, let's see this. They had a crazy game, and they're going in the Bills to Baltimore to face the Ravens.
Mhm.
Here's my caveat with this game. The Ravens only have one loss, right? Just like the
Mhm.
Bills, they're both 2-1.
Mhm.
However, the Ravens got that loss at home.
Mhm.
The last game that this played and won was on the road. The Bills coming off of a loss they shouldn't have lost. Josh
Mhm.
Allen is gonna prove that he's a better quarterback. Maybe it's. Hey, I'm 50-50 this one, but I will take the Bills.
Going with the Bills. Okay,
Going with the
okay.
Bills, man. Going with the Bills, and that's not for Pilly, that's for me because Josh Allen is a Brady fan at the end of the day, and he knows that Brady
Somehow
doesn't.
you win.
Yeah, dude, he doesn't lose 2 in a row very often.
Mhm.
And the
Mhm.
Bills are a good team. I think they're gonna bounce back. This is a bounce back game. They've been doing their homework. And I think that the Ravens they lose at home for some reason. It's weird. It's very weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. So what do you think for this game, my friend?
Yeah, yeah. So, like I said, last week with the Bills, it was a tough loss. I did pick them to lose that. I think that was just like a scheduled loss for them, to be quite honest. But they were banged up. They're getting most of that banged up defense back this week. So they may still be kind of soft defensively. The Bills will because they're not really that healthy, even though they're playing. The
Yes.
Ravens back end is soft even when they're healthy, right? So it's
Yeah.
both defense. I think it's going to be a shootout. So it comes down to it's homework time. Which quarterback do you like right now? You
Right.
got Lamar Jackson, who went to the U of L, University of Louisville, Kentucky. Out here, we out
Oh
here representing.
damn.
So we got Lamar Jackson, or you got that other guy who I forgot his name with the Bills. I'm going with Josh Allen. I'm going with Lamar Jackson today. I think it's going to come down to who has the ball last. I'm going to be really honest. It's going to be a shootout. Both defenses are looking soft. This is going to be the game of the day, man. I can't wait to see this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, me
Lamar.
too. And look at the injury report. Looking at it right now. Um, Hey,
Y'all
Gabe
just
Davis
both
has a
come
questionable
back.
tag. Warrior is questionable. Limited all week. Obviously, Micah High is on an AR. Um, but that's not that bad, man. I mean, like you said, the Ravens secondary is bad to begin
Yeah,
with, and
yeah.
they're already a little banged up. They don't have well, they're getting Stanley back. Their offensive tackle, the Ravens are. He practiced early in the week. He took Friday off. I guess he's questionable, but he could make a season debut. See, that's one of those things. Why would you put them and debut them in the season if they were on the injury report during the week? It doesn't make much sense to me. Um,
Mhm.
and J.K. Dobbins logged a full practice and doesn't carry any injury designation today. So that could be good for the Ravens. However, I am going to stand with that Bills defense and the Bills offense to get a nice bounce back win. And they want to put on Von Miller is hyped. He's looking good. He's feeling good for this game. And I think that they're gonna make up for how they made their coach feel when he was throwing papers, bro. He was like,
Fuck
crazy.
this. Fuck
Yeah.
this. Yeah, I'm going. This is the Lamar show. We back in that. What was that Vic experience back in the day? Like Lamar Jackson's a video game right now, bro. But they both gonna play great. But right now is 1A, 1B. Right now, 1A is Lamar Jackson, man. Ravens winning this.
Hey, I don't blame you at all for that. But for me, in that argument, I'm pretty sure that Josh Allen is a bigger man, bigger
Yeah,
boy than Lamar Jackson. But what does that mean for quarterbacks? We shall see today. And
it'll be a fun
continuing,
one.
that's gonna be a
Yeah.
fun one. That's gonna be the one probably that's gonna come down to the very wire at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
1 p.m. games.
Mm-hmm.
And for all of those games, we will be on Syl's Twitch in about half an hour from right now. And
Yes.
you should, if you haven't already, pull up a separate tab, get the Twitch app if you're on your phone, and make sure you search Syl Abdul. Let me take this comment off so you can spell it if you need to. No space in that. Twitch.tv/Syl Abdul. Go over there, get followed, get the notifications. So if you come back to this show, you can know when we go live, when Syl goes live over there. And he most likely will start without me, and then I'll come back in. Because I always got to take my dog out and take a little stretch before we get the day started, and then sit down for 3 hours and get my popcorn.
3 hours. Football.
3 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours with good Austin and Syl on a Sunday. We put it in work, and we chilling with everybody, and we appreciate everyone coming through today and giving their little picks and talking their ish. Like Philly likes to do.
I don't think Peel it bad every week now, man.
Yeah. If we don't get a reaction out of him, dude, we're messing up. Yeah, Cafe Zone. You already know. You already know. You already know. So that's the end of the 1 p.m. slate. The ones that we will be watching live on Twitch to continue the day at 4:05. They always have. I call this the layover game. It's one game by itself for the day, but it's in the middle of all the action, and it's like basically, all right, you gotta fill up on your food, but you need something on the TV still. Okay, we got this game for you, and it'll hold you over until the other games start. And that game is a perfect game. The layover game this week is the Cardinals versus the Panthers. Could be exciting, could be a huge dud. Another matchup of the 1 and 2s. Cardinals 1 and 2, Panthers 1 and 2. They both somehow got a last minute win this season, but they have found convincing ways to lose as well. I'm not looking at the injury report for that currently, but I'm just going to go ahead and give you my pick. I didn't even highlight it, but I think the Cardinals are going to steal one today. Kyler Murray, show me what you got. Show me that you didn't play the new Call of Duty all week. And you
actually playing it right now. Goofy dude.
Show me that you actually did your homework and you watch film instead of watching hacks for the new open beta or whatever. And show me that you're better. Yeah, show me ultimately that you're better than man, I can't even remember his name. Baker Mayfield, yeah. Wow, did you give me amnesia or something? You couldn't remember Josh Allen's name.
All right, Baker. That's because he lost. That's why I remember Josh Allen.
Baker. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Hey, poor Josh Allen, huh? Anyways, I'm gonna go with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray taking that steal. They're a little probably jet lagged today, but hey. They show me what you are. I think they did their homework. I think they got it today. What do you think about that game over there in Carolina?
Yeah, well, both teams suck right now, right? So let's be clear. This is not going to be a good game to watch. It's going to be a terrible looking game. But you got the Cardinals. We all know that they're banged. They're like, it's Kyler Murray, like just run around and make something happen because all your receivers are out. He looks terrible, right? Or the team does.
Yeah.
The Panthers, it's about CMC, right? McCaffrey, is the running game going to be there or not? Now, in the injury report, he's questionable. That always makes me nervous when McCaffrey's questionable because now you're saying you're looking on the homework, okay, Kyler Murray or Baker Mayfield. I think everybody knows who I'm going to pick with this, right? So we're going with the Cardinals because the Panthers ain't going to be able to move the ball. They're going to look terrible. If McCaffrey plays, he'll probably get hurt in the second quarter. And Cardinals going to kind of take this one in an ugly game.
Yeah, well, man, it just sucks because those people that are so good and have so much potential to be amazing often are injured the most, and you never get to see them play. But they're just like, shining faces to sell tickets. Like
last second update, clock's running out. Vikings kick the field goal up 28-25. 2 seconds left.
Let's go! Skull.
That was a close one.
Skull. Yeah, dude, let's go. Hey, good game to start the day, y'all. Hopefully it's going to be like that for the rest of the day. We got some more picks. And Vega had a piece. Vega, thank you for stopping by. Best rapper in the building. Best rapper in Syl Nation.
Vega.
The voice of Syl Nation. We got cards. Yeah, cards pick. And we got an early pick for the Monday game, but all right. I feel you, Israel. We'll get to there later. uh, the next game starting at 4:25. Another, I don't know. To me, it seems like the records are skewed on this, right? The Broncos go over to Las Vegas. They travel over the Rocky Mountains. They say, "Let's ride" to Vegas in the Strip. 2-1 Broncos roll into Vegas, who are 0-3, the completely defeated Raiders team. I don't know what they are currently as a team.
What they
How Yeah, but for the Broncos, they have no inactives. Melvin Gordon is good. He mustered a full practice on Friday. He's ready to go. Hunter Renfrow is going to be out for the Raiders. So there you go. That can skew your pick if you didn't know already, even though you should have been going with the Broncos to get this game. Because, like I said, the Raiders are 0-3. How do you feel about this game, my friend?
Yeah, so the Raiders, like you said, they have not won a game yet. They were my early preseason dark horse, so it's not looking good, right? I picked the Broncos actually to contend for the division too. They don't look good either. They're booing Russell Wilson at home, right? We're checking the homework here. Okay, Raiders, okay, you're not as bad as 0-3, right? You still have what's the stud receiver they got from Devontae Adams? You still got Devontae Adams. Okay, just throw him the ball.
Right.
Broncos are not that good. Raiders, I think, gonna take this at home. Get off the schneid, as Chris Berman would say. They shouldn't be winless, man. Raiders, get your win.
Hey, I feel you on that. But let's ride. I got the Broncos.
That's right. You got the Broncos.
I got the Broncos.
Get
Bro.
that W, Raiders.
Hey, we'll see. And for JCJ, Raiders Nation, we got a 10-year WBD plan. Put that big D on and the WB.
I think they fired that guy with the 10-year plan. Actually,
he sent some rude emails. Anyways, we'll continue. Patriots going over to Lambeau. Whenever I see these logos next to each other, I think of the good old days when Brady was in his prime and Rodgers was still in his prime, and they had all the big names going against each other. This was a marquee matchup years ago. However, still might be an interesting game if Mac Jones can get ready to go. And let me see if he is ready to go. He's out. So you saw that picture. I wish I could throw it up here. It looked like a life-threatening high ankle sprain. The way that he was reacting to it, dude. He was like, I got sprained ankle before, dude. I was not like that. So I can just say this right now. If Tom Brady had a high ankle sprain, he would have walked in a boot all fucking week. He would have got ready for the game. He would have been out there this week. So that just shows you the pedigree of Mac Jones. I think, obviously, the smart choice here, you got to go with Aaron Rodgers. No matter what, it might be Belichick on the other side of the field and queuing up the defense, and he's got a lot of film against Rodgers. And Rodgers may not have the wide receivers that we're used to seeing. However, we saw last week that they do have some good wide receivers. And forgive me for forgetting the guy who went crazy last week against the Buccaneers for the Packers. But they got some players over there. I'm going to pick the Packers at home in Lambeau this afternoon at 4:25. What do you got for this game?
So this should be one of those clear-cut ones, right? This is why I don't gamble. You got the Patriots coming in. It's still Belichick, right? Does it matter? Does that matter anymore? In these types of games, I mean, the Patriots still got good defense. The Packers' offense is a little anemic. So you look on the other side, the Patriots' offense. Even with Mac Jones, it still would have been spotty at best. Packers got to win this game, right? It could be all field goals. The Packers got to win it. I can't pick this as an upset. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you can't. You want to. It looks nice, it's enticing, but you can't make that bad decision. Yeah, I got Packers too. Hopefully this week I haven't picked too many games in opposition of you. So if you do well, I do well. You know what I mean? But enough to where it's not completely the same. And we got some Brady jokes in the chat. We got some jokes. Joke
We got some jokes.
overrated Brady. Come on, man. I didn't want to make
We
it
got
about
some
Brady,
jokes.
but we will one day. If I have to, I'll list out all the reasons why he's the greatest quarterback of all time. If you don't already know that. Anyways, for the night game tonight, speaking of Tom Brady, after a long week for many of the residents in the Tampa Bay area, we have the Chiefs luckily coming into Raymond James Stadium, still able to play the game at home. And the Buccaneers coming off a last second loss last week against the Packers. Didn't hike the ball fast enough. People weren't executing right. Tom Brady didn't have any fucking receivers.
At
And let me
all.
just tell you about this injury report. All right. We have Chris Godwin, deemed questionable, but looks like he's gonna go. Russell Gage is ready to go. Julio Jones gonna go. Donovan Smith gonna go. So
Okay.
we have almost the full team coming back. Yes, they might be a little nicked and bruised, but I think that having everyone back for a primetime game on Sunday night after this week, putting on for the Floridians that have gotten massively affected, and I think that they're going to take it against the Chiefs. I'm not even going to look at the Chiefs inactives. I don't need to. You knew who I was going to pick with this, so do I need to elaborate any further? Buccaneers for me. I think Buccaneers are going to take this game at home. Everyone's picking the Chiefs, so hopefully we can make them eat their words. What say you for this game, my friend?
So going back to my preseason pick in this division for the Chiefs, you got the Raiders, Broncos, and Chargers in there. I was a little low on the Chiefs coming into this season. And then week one, everyone's like, oh, the Chiefs are still here. Mahomes threw 5 touchdowns. It's all good, right? Then the Chiefs played the Chargers. Herbert was giving them that work. Then they messed up his ribs, right? So that game kind of went,
Yeah.
Then the Colts, ended the game. Mahomes was looking for Tyreek Hill. He's like, oh man, he's in Miami. Who do I throw to now? So I'm just saying the Chiefs ain't this top clear flight team like they used to be. Just trying to say. Buccaneers with Brady. Who did Brady get back? Who's back playing for Brady this week? Mike Evans, right?
Yep.
What's
Obviously.
another weapon? What's another weapon that
Godwin.
came back? Godwin's back. Oh, that's all I need right there.
Julio.
Throwing Julio for free. Yeah. Buccaneers winning the GOAT at home. Tampa Bay, like you said, put on a show for people that had a tough time in Florida this past week. I think that's what the Buccaneers are going to do. And the Chiefs, I don't believe the Chiefs no more. They need more people.
Yeah. And everyone's like, oh, it's going to be a bounce back games for the Chiefs. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, yo, you barely beat the Colts. And the Jaguars shut the Colts out. So let's just, I mean, let's compare those for numbers and come back to me tonight at Sunday night. And before we go on to Monday night games, speaking of the Hurricanes, speaking of, needing some relief and needing some help, I did put in the description of this video, and I'm sorry if I didn't mention it earlier, but there's an article that the Tampa Bay Times put out, and they have all of the charities that you can donate to and help if you want to give any support for all the people affected and greatly affected, mostly in the Fort Myers area and the Punta Gorda area. They got hit with a Category 4 hurricane, and right before it made landfall, it just peaked up to barely under a Category 5. They got really devastated down there. That's why I was preparing the way that I did. And I was exhausted all week because I thought we were going to get hit with that. So, I'm got lucky, but people further south of me didn't get so lucky. So, rather than put all the charities, somebody else already did it for me. The Tampa Bay Times, they're a great newspaper in the Tampa Bay area. I almost worked for them, but I didn't have a Florida State license, so I couldn't. But they are have a list compiled that's in the chat. Make sure you go look at it. They're doing a lot of great things. There's a lot of great people already on the ground doing a lot of great
Mhm,
things. Me and my
mhm.
lady, if you watched the intro, you saw her. She already mentioned it to me. She's like, "Yeah, we got to go down there and we got to help out." So we will be doing that, and I'm
Good
gonna
stuff.
keep pushing that every stream I'm on. If the hurricane comes up, I'm gonna keep bringing that up. In the link in the description, there's a link. Go hit that. You can see all the things you can support to. And thank you to anybody who does.
Mhm,
Um, and
mhm.
and still prayers and thoughts with everybody further south of me who's really dealing with this storm. Hopefully, the Buccaneers get you a win today, and you can celebrate with the rest of Tampa like we always do when the Buccaneers get a win. But moving on from that, Monday night, Israel made this pick way earlier. It's the Rams going into
Interesting
Santa
game.
Clara and not San Francisco.
Mhm,
They kicked out of San Francisco and facing the 49ers. Rams 2-1, 49ers are 1-2. Uh, you can see the game last week, one of the lowest scoring games of probably
mhm.
the modern era. 10-11 is how the Broncos versus 49ers ended last week. This isn't the same Jimmy G. I'm come to realizing he just got off his
Mm.
shoulder surgery. So I mean, he's not throwing it the same way. I think the Rams are obviously going to come in, steal this win. They're not that far from home. It's not like it's a big road game. So I imagine that there's going to be some Rams fans in the stands there for the 49ers. And I have 4 o'clock games up here. My dumbass. Let me change that to the night games. And
Mhm.
I think that the Rams are going to get this win. They're 2-1, and they're going to just get that win, roll over the 49ers in my eyes. What do you think about this Monday night game tomorrow?
This is gonna be a funny game, right? Division game. The 49ers always plays the Rams tough. Like, it's always a tough game back and forth. Last year, they met. They had 2 tough games in the regular season, 1 tough game in the playoffs. You know what I mean? It's like it's tough games every time. You look at the team right now. We're looking at our homework, right? The 49ers, uh, they're actually kind of banged up. The 49ers, like, they thought, okay, homeboy broke his ankle. That's okay. We got Jimmy G, right?
Yeah.
Everything's good. No, everything's not good. Oh
Nope.
man, like, the offense is a little shaky right now, and now you don't have that dynamic. Trey Lance. That's what they're setting him up for games like this. Trey
Yes.
Lance, you can move the pocket, you can move around because they knew Jimmy G only could play one way. Well, you got the Rams coming to town now. They are a little banged up on the secondary. The Rams are. You still got Jalen Ramsey, so they good. They good in the
Yeah.
secondary. Their offensive line's a little banged up. So yeah, Stafford's going to take a couple to the chin today. It's going to be an ugly, ugly Monday night game. But homework time. The Rams, you still are the defending Super Bowl champs. So I'm picking the Rams.
Better do your homework this week. I did my homework. I did my homework. And the homework for this game as well for the 49ers. The offensive tackle Trent Williams, the blindside protector for Jimmy Garoppolo, is out for this game.
Mm,
So that's a big deal. Trent Williams is a big boy, and that's a
yeah, that's
good
a tough loss right there.
yeah, that's a good security blanket to have when you're kind of iffy
Mhm.
about how your shoulder's doing. So that could be in the back of Jimmy G. He doesn't really fare well when pressured a lot. So that could be one of the another reason why the 49ers take that L against the Rams. I also think that the Rams are going to come in and get that road win. And like I
Yes.
said, it's not really a road win. They're just like traveling north a little bit.
Right.
It's not crazy. It's not a crazy
Gonna
trip.
play with their friends real quick. I was about to go outside and play with our friends. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's go to our friend's house.
Think the
Uh,
Rams gonna show them, hey, we still here. I know we, little hangover from Super Bowl. We won it, but yeah, they're
yeah.
gonna be good.
Yeah, that hangover, the LA hangover is definitely a lot different for other teams. And that's why it stayed a little bit lingered a little bit longer. That is the final picks of the day. And as you know, after this, in about 10 minutes from now, Cafe Zone will be firing up on Twitch. I said it earlier, I say it again. Twitch.tv/Syl Abdul. See us over there. If you don't have Red Zone, don't worry. You can watch with us, and it's even better because we get to clown everybody, clown everything we see. We roast people at they show. Man, it's always a good time. It's always a good
Yes.
time. and we get to just chill and hang out and have a little escape from the craziness of chaos that may or may not be your life. If you have a chill life, we'll just add to the chillness and come to Cafe Zone, get your coffee, get your beer, whatever you need, get your wings, your pizza, your popcorn, and come hang out with me and Syl over there. It's always a good time, and I can't wait to see everything that goes on today. There's a lot of action. I think the one that I'm looking forward to the most, obviously later on tonight, will be that night game. But this 1 p.m. slate, I'm gonna be looking at that Bills versus Ravens game, man. I'm gonna be really looking forward to that and seeing how that turns out. And I think before we go, while people are here, maybe we play that intro again to end the stream. You want a little action before the Cafe Zone? We're gonna give it to you. We're gonna give it to you. So everybody who's here, like I said, thank you for coming through. Real talk. Yeah, we got.
Bring your lemon pepper wings to the stream. Your own. Bring your own bag. The lemon pepper. I had that last week. I'll probably get it next week.
Hey, those lemon pepper wings. Hey, you better, especially for that game in ATL. Someone's gonna have the Browns. Someone's gonna have the Browns. Oh shit. Man. Cafe Zone, you can see the link down there with the URL at the bottom of the screen, the one you need to type in if you don't have your Twitch app. If you have a Twitch app, just go to the search, type in Syl Abdul, you'll find us over there, 1 o'clock. And we'll see you guys next weekend. I'll have the freezing cold takes coming up. Week 3 will be on there. Sorry it didn't happen. We had a fucking hurricane come through. Like I said, charities for that are in the description. And another successful week, another fun week of Off the Rails Austin on the good countdown. So I appreciate with that lemon pepper. Make sure you ready. Strip club stream? I don't know, dude. We might have to do that on Twitch. We might have to do that on Twitch for sure. Breath and size, you guys are clowning. You guys are
lemon
clowning.
Pepper thighs.
Yo, we got the Kentucky version of Rick Ross up in here. I love it, dude. All right, we will see everybody over there in a couple of minutes, almost 10 minutes. And I hope you guys enjoy this intro. And I'll see you guys over there. Have a good Sunday, yo.